Hi, this is Bethany Gagnier, founder of Numinous, the organization that sponsors the Global Peaceful Cities Project. And today, very excited to be here with Gregg St Clair, who is an acupuncturist. Hi, Gregg.
Hi, Bethany. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely, because I was excited to share with you about the work that Gregg is doing. Gregg, can you tell them about the work that you're doing with Acupuncturists Without Borders?
Well, Acupuncturists Without Borders is a group that goes into areas that have experienced trauma, and they do group acupuncture to help prevent trauma from becoming a lifelong problem with PTSD. We've been at 9/11. We've gone to, not me personally, but they have gone to Hurricane Katrina, Puerto Rico, Haiti. There was an earthquake in Nepal, and now I have an opportunity to go to Israel.
Wow, that's exciting. Can you tell us about who you're going to be working on in Israel or with?
Absolutely. It would be nice if it was a little bit of a vacation. We are going to get to maybe swim in the Dead Sea. We're going to see Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, but most of the work's going to be in the West Bank. We're going to be in a complementary clinic that is working with both Palestinians and Israelis. So this is kind of a new thing that's never really happened before.
Oh, wow.
And we're also going to be working with refugees, displaced women and children, soldiers, Bedouins. So it's a pretty amazing situation that I'm going to go to. We're also going to be training some of the local healthcare people there on how to do the acupuncture protocol for trauma.
Oh, wow. That's so exciting. Can you talk about how acupuncture can help with trauma?
Sure, absolutely. Well, the Acupuncturists Without Borders model is what's called a group community acupuncture, where my model in my office, I usually have a treatment room. I treat one person at a time. There we do it in a group because it's a shared trauma.
Wow.
And there's a couple of reasons why it works, I believe. One of my ideas is that endorphins are released from the brain. We know that when people get MRIs and they're getting acupuncture, we can see that. So endorphins, if you have anxiety, they calm you down. If you're depressed, they make you feel better. And the other thing is having a group setting, it kind of gives power to the amount of people that are together to be experiencing something. So they went through a traumatic event together, and now they can maybe work together and see that they're not alone, decompress, and maybe have some healing as a group too.
Wow, wow, that's really exciting to be a part of such a deep renewal process.
It is, and the idea though for the Israel, and really anywhere we go, isn't only to work on that individual, it's to work on the community.
Right. This is so powerful.
Where is there more conflict and disagreement than the Middle East? And we're going to be in the West Bank, which is a controversial area. So the idea is not only to help the individual person, but to really help the region and help the people there.
Right, because you were saying basically trauma leads often obviously to PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome, and talk about how the sooner sooner someone's been given some therapy after a trauma, you're saying it reduces PTSD, correct?
Well, statistically, if whatever therapy it might be, psychotherapy, even medications, anything, when you treat it sooner, picture, I don't know, having a digestive disorder and not treating it for 10 years. What's going to happen? If we can treat it in the beginning, it prevents it, the ounce of prevention versus a pound of cure. The sooner you can get in there, the sooner that we can see results.
Right. And the reason why I was so excited about Gregg's work is because it really also ties in with what we're doing with the Global Peaceful Cities Project. Only we're using it with meditation, but it's a similar idea that we're resetting the nervous system to help de-escalate it, to help us manage life a little bit better. But people who have been undergoing so much trauma for so long, the research shows that the brain gets handicapped, and acupuncture is just so elegant and so quick, where you can just go in there and do some, put some needles in, and sometimes people don't have the mind power to do a meditation when they've been traumatized, right?
Correct.
So the idea that you can go in with working with acupuncture needles and help them reset is just such a beautifully elegant thing to do.
True, I do teach meditation. I've been teaching Tai Chi for a long time, and people could do this on their own, but sometimes we need support. Sometimes
Yeah.
we need help.
Yeah.
And, it's like if you wanted to work out, you could do it on your own, but if you got a good personal trainer, you can make results a lot quicker, or a nutritionist if you want to lose weight or get fit, whatever it might be. So it's
Certainly.
support for people that might not even think about these things.
Yeah,
And
right.
we're talking about children too, little kids,
Right, right,
they
right.
don't have any support, only what their parents provide for them. And if their parents don't,
Right.
have anything, what do we have? So we're going to be working on really everybody for the whole thing.
It's so powerful. There's a big movement now called the Trauma-Informed Care Movement. And what it is changing the dialogue about when, say, for instance, kids act in a way that's disrespectful to themselves and others. Instead of teachers coming down on them and saying, why did you do that? There's this new conversation with the Trauma-Informed Care Movement is, what's happening to you? What's going on in your life that you would do something like that? So this idea that when our nervous system is in this traumatic loop, violence becomes more of an option. So I'm just thinking about how, we basically, when we calm down, we make better decisions. So the idea that you could go into this area and calm everybody down to make overall better, more pro-social decisions, it's just so powerful.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
But through my training and through the stories I've heard, it is very powerful being in a group. Imagine you've just been through a trauma, an earthquake, or a flood, or hurricane, or shooting, whatever it might be, and what that would do to you.
Right.
And then you go to a trauma center, or you go to a relief center, and you see a group of people, 30, 40, 50 people, sitting calmly.
Yeah.
You're going to say, what's going on over there?
Oh, absolutely.
Right? And then you'll say, I want to be part of that.
Yeah.
And then you go.
Yeah.
And one of the interesting things is when I do my acupuncture in my office, I do a very thorough intake. I like to talk to people. We don't even talk to them for this. Yeah. It's a set protocol. It's a set treatment. We know what happened.
Right.
They sit, we put the needles in, and we leave them alone.
Wow.
And there's something about the group setting. I've experienced it as a group.
Yeah.
I didn't have trauma first, but through training we did. And there's something about sitting with a group of people that just raises that awareness.
Oh, wow. It's just so beautiful. And maybe they'll be able to talk about their experiences a little bit better also afterwards, and have a different dialogue and conversation with each other too.
Hopefully.
So, yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, supposedly, I'm not there yet, but they're going to be all together in the same room.
Yeah. So, Gregg, thank you so much for being willing to take your time to do this. I know it's a little bit of an expense that you've been supporting yourself. Also, we're running a fundraiser, though, or Gregg, because we're putting together a fundraiser to help raise some money.
Right.
And you want to talk about that?
Sure. It's a volunteer trip. However, it still costs money.
Right.
So between the paying for the trip and the flight, and I am going to miss 3 weeks of work. I mentioned I'm going to be there for 3 weeks working with people. I have 2 teenagers. One's in college. I just felt I needed some support. So I'm doing a fundraiser, but I'm doing a meditation and a gong bath. It's going to be February 3rd. It's the Center for Natural Wellness.
Yes.
It's 10:30 to 1 o'clock. And we're going to do a meditation for peace. I'm going to run a meditation using energy that taps into our own potential, our own healing energy. We're going to try to use that for healing, and we're going to spread it out to the group and try to bring it. Really, there's a meditation where you spread it out to the whole world. So I hesitate to call it a meditation for peace, but that's part of my intent for it. And we're going to follow that up with a full gong bath.
Right.
So I don't know if you've ever had a gong bath.
Yes.
But it's pretty amazing. My first gong bath really surprised me.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought I was at the beginning of the universe. It was transcendent almost.
Yeah.
It was almost like an out-of-body experience for me.
Yeah.
And I've had so many positive people talk about that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to offer something more than just the meditation. I wanted to offer something a lot. So it's it's not that much money. It's only $20.
Right.
And it's going to be really, I think a lot of great people are going to be in the audience with higher awareness, a lot of consciousness, and we want to raise that a little bit, spread that out to the rest of the world, and see what happens. That's part of what you work with. What happens when a group of people come together?
Yes.
Does that change things? Studies show it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking forward to being there. And gong bath is almost like an acupuncture treatment, right? You can, that sound vibration takes us real deep, so quickly, so efficiently.
Right.
So it'll be a beautiful experience. What a great idea to put that all together. And
well, it went really well because the meditation I'm doing is the individual, but it's also spreading out to the group. what I like about the sound is it travels inside.
Yeah.
But it also goes everywhere.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't stop. It just,
Beautiful.
goes out into the universe. And so we're not only working ourselves, we're bringing that out everywhere else as well.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so
me too.
much.
Thank you.
For those of you who aren't from our area, there is a GoFundMe page that you can see underneath this video. And certainly any support we could give Gregg would be especially appreciated. So this is really great work for all of the Acupuncturists Without Borders. We want to thank you all so much for your work. And Gregg, thank you for being willing to
Thank you,
extend yourself for this. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.